All right. So Kajabi is essentially an all-in-one, I'll share the screen here. It's an all-in-one knowledge commerce platform with the most ways to directly monetize your content, to build courses, coaching programs, podcasts, memberships, and more. Essentially allowing you to monetize your knowledge, own your future, create your own business, use your knowledge to help other people and create a business. And Kajabi is the framework and the business software that everything Laughing Vikings is set up on. We use a couple other software tools that sort of plug into Kajabi, but pretty much everything we do is built on Kajabi. So if you go to laughingvikings.com/tools, I have a special referral link that gives you a 30-day trial, which is more than enough where you can build the things that you need to build so that by the end of the 30 days, before you would have to pay, you will have already made an income on the platform by selling a digital product, teaching some coaching classes, monetizing a podcast or a membership area. There's a ton of different ways for you to do that. And with that 30-day trial, anyone with a little bit of gumption can just go on, take their tutorials, take their video tutorials, and I would just pick one thing. So maybe you're an actor and you can also teach dance, or you're an actor and you can teach a dialect, an accent, whatever it is you might have, whatever knowledge it is you might have, you could literally create a course, create a little coaching program, maybe do one-on-ones, group coaching, Zoom coaching. If you're a comedian, you want to sell your album, you want to sell podcast episodes, you want to sell a book, PDFs, any of that kind of stuff, you can get it all done so that by the end of the 30-day trial, you're already earning an income. So I'll just go through it a little bit with you. One of the great things about Kajabi is it's everything under one roof. So you connect, you create websites, you can send your emails. Brandon, you were talking about that. Set up a lot of automations in marketing world, what are called funnels, which is essentially someone online somewhere seeing an ad or seeing a post from you. They click on the link, they come to one of your web pages, they enter your email. Lo and behold, you start a relationship with them. You provide some value to them, some of your free content. Maybe you let them know about upcoming workshops, and then they're off to the races. And you can set up all these products. So Kajabi doesn't limit you to one type of product. Again, I mentioned a bunch of them, but could be coaching, could be a podcast, could be a membership area, could be digital downloads, could be audio downloads, video courses, video downloads. There's a million ways to do that. And the software for it and the support is amazing. Their online support, they've got a ton of live and on-demand training. They have something called Kajabi University. So if any of this, if you're a person who hears the word like digital marketing and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to have a stroke. They make it very, very easy. It's very, very responsive. The customer service is great. A couple quotes here. As an entrepreneur, you have reservations or self-doubt, but I was given the desire for a purpose to educate and empower others. And that's a great thing that Laughing Vikings has been able to do here. And a lot of it is because of the Kajabi platform, whether it's people booking our self-tape sessions or listening to our podcasts, or in my case, I sold a bunch of copies of my my first album through Kajabi. So it's just a way for you to get your education and get your empowering power out there to the world. And something I just want to address too, if you're a person, especially if you're an artist, I think some people still have the stigma of that you hear that phrase like those who can't do teach. I think that's a terrible and inaccurate thing. I think at the top level, some of the top teachers are people who have done it. Of course, there are people who have never done the thing they're teaching, which, yeah, that's weird, but you're not going to be a good teacher if you've never done it. But I think a lot of people don't get into teaching and helping others because they think then their perception from others or others' perception of them is going to be, oh, he's doing that because he's not really good at the other thing. But if you're an actor right now, it's like, always remember that you don't need to be the very top world-class person in the world to teach someone. Really, all you need to do is you need to be able to teach your past self how you got from where you were 5 or 10 years ago. So for me, I could teach someone, certainly I could help someone get into stand-up and acting faster than with no help. I've been in it 10, 12 years now. So I just want to encourage people out there, if you have a skill, a knowledge skill, and any kind of teaching ability, like it could be teaching kids, it could be teaching people who are fresh out of university, high school kids. Just you have this knowledge. So I'm just trying to empower people to blow past that idea of those who can't do teach. Those who can do can teach if they want to help other people. I feel like that's the you can be selfish, and that's fine, and just do your own thing. And
I think the amount of growth that you get from teaching is so
right,
much more astronomical than when you're just doing it
right,
just that.
right.
Because then you're expanding, you're seeing how somebody else works, and you can incorporate that into what you're doing as well. It's just taking certain things, taking tidbits from here and there, and like just incorporating them into your daily life.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and to speak to your point, is one of the best ways to learn anything is to teach it. I
Mhm,
would have, when I was doing the Saturday workshops with Tom Todoroff weekly before I joined conservatory, I
mhm,
was learning stuff from him, taking his direction and his coaching and his feedback, and learning his framework for directing actors. And then through running sessions here at Laughing Vikings, I was immediately, sometimes the same day, turning around and synthesizing what I learned from his classes and passing that on to someone here, thereby re-drilling it into my head. So
mhm.
all of his systems and processes, I've now taught it to other people. So it's a great way you can earn some income, you can help other people, and you can also, there's something to the impact of helping other people. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
you can just go for your own career, but honestly, there's been so many times where someone has booked an audition here from a session that they booked with us, and then they let us know the good news that they booked the role, and I felt better and get more like internal value from that than booking my own gig sometimes. So there's a lot to be gained by it. So again, go to laughingvikings.com/tools, and you can find our referral link. Again, some of these links we get compensated for having the sponsor relationship with these software tools, but I would never recommend anything that we don't use. We use this, we love it. Our entire business has been built on this. And fun fact, I hopped on board Kajabi in early pandemic. This was a pandemic pivot to me. I actually started, the first thing I did, kind of a knee-jerk reaction when COVID hit, was I was like, okay, everything's online, everything's going to be digital, just got to be going live every day. So I started to go live every day doing like podcasting. And after about 3, 4, 5 days, I was like, wait a second. I have no systems, no processes. It's like I can crank out all the content in the world, but unless this links back to some kind of monetizable business, like literally some kind of link that involves a transaction of money, what am I building? So I'm like, I
Mhm,
could put all this content out there. But now what we have is we have all these podcast episodes, all these clips on YouTube, on social media, on all of the podcast platforms. All of those point back to Kajabi and to Actors Audition Club, to Comedy Alley, to Laughing Viking Show. So we're literally building this like army of digital links that is covering the internet, all with clickbacks that come to our website and allow people to meet us and potentially become clients and
mhm.
customers and co-producers. I kind of had that thought. I'm like, if you think right now, think about how you make money. Most people make money, they got to go somewhere, they got to show up, they got to trade time for money, and then they either get a direct deposit, or in some cases, in the case of actors, we still get checks mailed to us. So think about how many steps and how slow that is. Like, you got to get an email from your agent, go to an audition or record an audition, submit it, get a yes, show up on set after you did wardrobe, after you did COVID, and then a
Mhm,
few weeks later, or in case of non-union people, a few months later, you get a check. But how do you spend money? Click, 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 thumb swipe, thumb swipe, thumb swipe. So there's a huge imbalance there. If you literally just look logistically how you make money, all the analog steps you have to take that are not digital to get money, And then on the other end, if you're spending all your money, just swipe, 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 thumb, 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 click, 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 app, 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 Uber, 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 you have an issue where there's no way the money coming in is going to keep up to the money coming out because it's too easy to spend it and not easy enough to make it. So the way that you get around that in a digital age, just a simple way to think of this is how many links on the internet, how many places on the internet do you have that your audience can click a fucking button from their own house in their pajamas without doing anything that somehow leads to them transacting money for your service, for your product, for your download, for your coaching, for your podcast, for your blog, for your whatever. And Kajabi is a way to do that. So just think links. How do you think Amazon's making money right now? It's because fucking trillions of links are on the internet and billions of people are clicking them. And Jeff Bezos has the infrastructure to keep up with that, but it's because of the digital infrastructure. So if you don't have some kind of digital infrastructure, and it literally doesn't have to be this complicated, it could literally just be a PayPal link in your link in bio. But sooner or later, you're going to need to go more complicated if you're looking to build a robust business, and Kajabi is a way for you to do that. So check out laughingvikings.com/tools. You'll find our Kajabi link, and you can claim a 30-day trial, which is longer than their regular trial. So it's a special trial. And if you actually spend a little time on this platform, by the end of the 30 days, you'll already be making money